Hello, everybody. I am doing another stream today, and I'm gonna start a stream on Monday as well. As you guys can see, today we're reacting to silly videos or whatever we find. Yeah. Oh my god. And at the same time, I'm eating some mashed potatoes with mayo. It tastes good. Yeah, we are reacting to videos. I already watched the Amazing Digital Circus episode, so yeah. Um, oh, I didn't see it. Also, the bird is making wait, what? I've sent this, so I don't really care. Mhm. But yeah, let's react to let's see what we can react to. It didn't really hype or this little Mario Kart. Well, mm, nah, I'm gonna react to something that I really care about. And by care, I mean like fun or anything. Doki Bird is making her stream. Go watch it. Mm, uh, bruh. Let's react to the most stupid rate in Night City by Ellie Handle Be Wave. I always find this videos fun to watch. Shut up. Okay, this is the video by Ellie Handle Be Wave. Stupidest mercenary in Night City.
Turn around now and slide back into your ride.
Careful, Padre.
Bruh. Just
You
go.
might feel a little discomfort.
Bruh.
Bet we ain't staying the night. Nice choice, Bug.
Hey, what are you doing? It's okay! I'm a limo driver!
You got any no?
I don't know from what movie this character is from, but I know we all know it's Jim Carrey.
Pardon me, Mr. Perfect! I forgot that you never ever make a mistake!
It was a terrible mistake, sir. Please don't believe me. I would never.
Is it Dumb and Dumber? Hold on. Oh my god. Dumb and Dumber. Is it? Yep. It is Dumb and Dumber. Be fun. I need to watch it. I still need to watch this movie.
Do anything to offend a man of your size.
There's a personality construct on that shot. The terrorist.
Omega blockers. They should keep that
Omega
guest of yours
blockers.
quiet.
One half teaspoon, but for effective relief.
Bruh.
I am Man, you are one pathetic loser. Hey guys!
Hey, there you are.
Well, see you later.
He always makes these videos. He always makes the characters seem like they actually be loving the game in games they're in these parodies.
Everyone, listen up. This is a fucking robbery. What's on the table?
Bruh. too freaking He's too way too freaking crazy for them to actually deal with. Uh,
303. Knock 4 times.
this character is broke.
Most annoying sound in the world. Sure.
Oh, yeah, that's annoying indeed. Yeah, it was annoying enough. It's Ventura on Cyberpunk 2077 by Alejandro B. Wave. Also. I fucking like Ventura. He's funny. He's a funny character. And one of Jim Carrey's characters as well. What?
Gotta lighten up. Take a hit.
I don't smoke. It's disgusting.
It's a disgusting habit.
Relic intact? Jornova's about to walk in. Cover.
Again, Ace Ventura is one of my favorite characters of all time, I'll be honest. I find him extremely funny character. Jim Carrey is an amazing actor. Yeah. What? Oh my god.
Need a smoke. Where'd you stash it?
Bro.
Testicle Tuesday. I have laid the plan.
Do I have something in my
Excuse me.
Ah,
Ask you a few questions.
An inverted symbol
I really like that joke. It's really
symbolizes
stupid.
subjugation, losing control.
Now I feel better.
Having a pet detective on freaking on a cyberpunk setting, that'd be fun as hell. Like take away the freaking tragic stuff and then you have a comedy. Cyberpunk movie or cyberpunk Ace Ventura spin-off. That'd be funny. Repent, and thou shalt be saved. Fucking I love Ace Ventura. He's fun. I ran Critical Role Staggerheart and it broke me. Yeah, let's watch Pointy Hat's video. Oh crap.
Limitado con Metro.
Ask them.
$25 al mes. Tienes llamadas, textos. Critical Role.
Alright, Pointy Hat's videos is I ran Critical Role Staggerheart and it broke me. Let's watch it.
Just a full game called Daggerheart, and I decided to run a whole custom campaign made by me to test it out. And that game of Daggerheart I ran ended up completely breaking me emotionally. Let me tell you, this is not gonna be how to play Daggerheart. No, I ran a full campaign, not a one-shot, full campaign, because I wanted to get Daggerheart, to truly understand. I was invited to play
Even a full Huh.
at PAX in 2024, and once the beta was like for everyone, I got so I'm gonna let you know exactly what happened in that campaign, and I'm also gonna let you know what was good, bad, dagger, or heart about Daggerheart.
Okay.
As we go through what happened that fateful night, and by I'll tell you, I mean human familiar, Daggerheart review story time, whatever. Now.
Human familiar.
Oh no, was I out of frame? Probably not. You wanna know how you can tell that this video wasn't sponsored by Critical Role? Well, because it was sponsored by someone else. But also,
Bruh.
this is my copy of Daggerheart. He didn't send one.
Oh, because he. Okay.
Small fish, big paw. Like and subscribe. So I printed it myself, and I bound it, and I let my nephew decorate it. He likes stickers. You can't buy this at the store. This is just 100% Antonio. Is your Daggerheart copy have kunais? I don't think it does.
Nah.
But the bio. Also, I printed the cards myself,
Fighting
and they
hero.
were not cheap. I printed them myself, and you can really tell. Look at this wide
Wait, you have to print the. Oh no, that's before the game released.
border. Like I said, small fish. All this, but no, not the stickers. All this prep took ages. By the way, I really wanted to get it if I was gonna make content. Look at this. Look at all of this. Who does this? Like and subscribe. Could have just
GMs, GMs, pretty much.
gone with. Is Daggerheart gonna kill D&D with a gun? D&D killer in the title and be done with it? No. I have to have integrity. Hate having morals. Hold on, I need that. All right, enough. Let's get this bread. As I said, we're focusing on the GMing side of things, but my friend JD made a video all about making a Daggerheart character. If you're curious about that, so yeah, check that out if you're curious.
It's a bit complicated to create a Daggerheart character. I tried using, but yeah, I think they should do something like Path Builder, where but instead of Pathfinder, it's Daggerheart. That'd be fun. Also, hold on, be right back. I'm back. Sorry. All right. What was I gonna do, you guys? All right. Cold. Um. There's two games it's hold on, I'll be right back. I need something. I'm back. I've returned, and I just remembered. I'm downloading Crusader Kings 3 because I want to make a stream for next week on Crusader Kings, and what I want to show you is Ultima. What was the name? Fabulma. Uh, I really want to try Fabula Ultima. This this one this freaking let me move my let me, let me out of the screen real quick. Let me move no, not out of the screen. I'm gonna move over here real quick. I'm gonna yeah, these tabletop Japanese RPGs based on Final Fantasy. It looks so cool, man. Looks so cool. I really want to try it. I really want to try this game. Like, look at it. Look at it. But anyways, we're reacting to a Jaguar video. We're not reacting to a Fabula Ultima video yet. Um, I really want to try Fabula Ultima. It looks really fun. It looks cool as frick. You know, like just it's just I really want to get into Final Fantasy. I'm playing Final Fantasy 3 and I like it thus far, but I really want to play a tabletop RPG based on Final Fantasy as well, which I probably will get to do with the friend because there's a rule set for Pathfinder 1 that's based on Final Fantasy, and I'm planning on playing a black mage, a black wizard, so that's gonna be fun.
In the description below.
Anyways, let's get back to the video.
Yeah, and we need to tell them about the thing.
Oh, hello.
You're the human guy, not the hat. Is your dad home? Never mind. I'll wait.
Familiar.
Anyway, to start my Daggerheart campaign, I made my own
He's the familiar.
campaign
funny.
frame. What is that? Well, you know when your DM is pitching you on the setting that you're about to play, they go like, in a world where people fight for water, like they fight for gold, our heroes have to trek across the desert to find the promised land.
That's
An example is Mad Max Street bro.
Mad
Anyway,
Max.
it's this thing of like making super unique worlds that end up not affecting the game at all. I mean, plot-wise they do, but mechanically, nope, nothing. Daggerheart campaign frames are Daggerheart's answer to that. And listen up, this thing right here, this is what contributed the most to breaking me completely by running this game. Campaign frames and Daggerheart are your setting, sure, but they're also the unique mechanics that make your setting unique. Like, let's take that Mad Max Fury Road example I just did. If your campaign frame is a desert, maybe you have unique mechanics to handle thirst or heat. If you're running a campaign frame about zombies, you probably have rules as to how to turn into a zombie, or rather how to avoid that. There are tons of campaign frames at the end of the book, and I made my own. As I said, it's my fault. Like, it keeps being my fault. I took notes and everything. Look, it's written, annotated. I have to stop
Took note of everything.
doing all of this to myself. I don't even know if it's worth it. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe again to make it worth it. Do it twice. So, what was my campaign? My campaign frame is Being Catholic, the game.
Bruh.
Super duper religious country called the Holy Seal is
Huh.
called that because ages ago they sealed a fallen angel in the original temple. The angel in question is called the original sin. The thing is, the seal that holds the original sinner wears away with time, which means that penitents, which are people that have committed really bad sins like murder, arson, Grand Theft Auto 6 real, not
Oh,
eating
God.
the vegetables, have to go into this quarantine zone around the seal and renew it every 100 years or so. All the while fighting these monsters called sinners along the way, which are people that have given into sin. Crazy. The church government thingy has sent adventurers, which are these penitents, with a little robot companion. Is a companion unit called a Maybe With You unit. I think I'm hilarious. Just
What? Okay. Okay. That's
floating cherub head robot thing with little
Yo, wait. That hold on. Hold on. Brother, this is just from where? They took this from Warhammer 40K. Like, man, this is from Warhammer. Okay. Hold on. That's like a rip from Warhammer, bro. That's from Warhammer.
wings that floats around them and waters them and makes sure that they are taken care of during their penance. He talked like Winnie the Pooh, and everyone loved him, and he was everyone's baby. So, because I was using a campaign frame, I could take all that and make mechanics just for my game. For example, I made one that affects character creation, which means that every PC had to choose from a list of sins I had made while they were making their character, because they were a penitent, which means they were tried for a sin. And this sin will be used later. I also made corruption mechanics, like how could a person turn into a sinner? That is a thing that could happen in game, and we have mechanics more thanks to campaign frames. And I think I stole them from another campaign frame in the book that also had corruption mechanics. And it's that right here. It's this marriage of narrative and mechanics that reinforce that narrative that will completely obliterate me. When I first heard about
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Daggerheart and what they wanted it to be, I was terrified it was going to be one of those TTRPGs I call play pretend TTRPGs, which to me means
Oh yeah, I know what he means.
one that is so rules light that there's no rules and it's basically playing pretend. And I'm not gonna name any names.
Wait, did I watch this video before? I feel like I actually did watch it before. Hold on.
Because I like my comments nice. And Daggerheart is not even a little bit. It's storytelling first, but it has plenty of mechanics to reinforce the storytelling. Which I love. So game frames and all that are good if you want mechanics and the narrative to kind of interact with each other and enhance each other. But in order for you to use your world building to do that, you kind of have to, you know.
Oh come on, man.
World build. I created the corruption mechanics to turn people into sinners and the sins of character creation directly after doing all my world building. And if you're gonna go hard like I did, mechanics tied to the world building in Daggerheart, D&D, Pathfinder, anything, you're gonna need World End. That's right. Daggerheart is as much of a perfect candidate for World Anvil as D&D is, or your own novel is, or literally any game where you wanna make your own settings. Imagine having a wiki, like a fan wiki of your world. Well, that's what you can do in World Anvil. Easy to reference, easy to keep track of, easy to write wiki articles for all the details of your world. Am I the only crazy person that thinks that having their own wiki sounds like a dream? Yeah, I don't get out
sounds
much,
cool.
but I think it's sick. World Anvil is perfect for GM, with like 45 plus games supported, so you can actually write for the game you're playing. D&D being just one of them, of course. You can even make your own game in it, but it's also fantastic for players with the most extensive character management you can find, and plenty of tools to write your tragic, too sad backstory. And if you want to turn your
Wait, is this? Oh, it's World Anvil. I need
blurb into a novel, or you have a novel, you went into a novel. World Anvil is perfect for writers with specific tools to help you write, organize, get timelines down, familiar relations settled, plot beats, everything you can think of for novel writing. And you can use it for free. But if you do want to go for those nice perks with the subscription, use code POINTYHAT, or one word, at checkout to get 51% off, more than half off. That's code POINTYHAT, one word, for any yearly subscription or more. So if you want to do world building right, go check out the first link in the description. It's just worldanvil.com. And now that I've told you how important campaign frames and world building is for Daggerheart, let's continue our story. Okay, so we have our setting, we have our players, the penitents that are going to go into Catholic no man's land to face definitely not Satan. We got it. But all of this is a bunch of kumbayas. Where are the
Kumbaya.
manly RPG things that actually matter, like combat, or wearing too much chocolate-scented deodorant because an ad told you to do so. Well, regrettably, there are no axe body rules in Daggerheart, worst game of all time, but there is combat, and I do have some takes on it. For the whole campaign, the players fought sinners. The players, alongside their emotional support, Winnie the Pooh robot, were going
Queenie the Pooh robot. It's an angel from freaking Warhammer.
to this
It's a
no
carol.
man's land, and the closer they got to the seal, the more sinners they were. And as I said, sinners are like twisted people that have given into their sins and turned into monsters because of the original sinner's influence. I used the trek to the temple as tutorial for Daggerheart and the temple itself. Big boy stuff. My players were learning this system, and character creation and early stuff went really well. My players had no problem with making a blower bow. They never do. Classes are sometimes exactly like D&D and sometimes completely different. There are no clerics. I feel normal about that.
Yeah, there are no clerics in the game. You guys remember that from the other stream that we reacted to the Daggerheart videos from Critical Role from Matthew Mercer. Yeah.
It does really well. We'll take a look at the Daggerheart classes. Maybe. We'll see. But combat was no good. And I do have some takes. And I do have some takes. And I do have some takes. And I do have hot takes. Good ones and bad ones. I'm gonna start with the good one. Positivity. The positive one is auto balancing. This is genius. Daggerheart makes it so that what an enemy can do or how much an enemy can do depends directly on how much the players can do. So imagine, I, the player, make one action, right? Now the enemy can make one action. My friend, the other player, makes another action. Now the enemy can make two actions. It depends on what we do. And it just so happens that one of my players was missing for like 2 sessions for real life responsibilities and being an adult.
Boo! 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 That's disappointing. Nah, it's a joke. It's a joke, guys.
I was terrified of this. I thought this met with a counterbalance a whole lot in a system I didn't have as much experience with, and I didn't have to worry because it didn't. Because the combat, and specifically the action economy, is based on how much players can do. That means that if there's one less player, players do less, which means enemies do less. And this leads to like a very natural auto-balancing feature that just basically means that you can play with one missing player and there's no problem. You don't have to rebalance stuff. I found it was sick. I loved it. It was great. I never had to worry about encounters being too hard. And we'll come back to that. But I do have another spicy take. The auto-balancing was the good spicy take. Now get ready, because the bad one is coming. It's now the armor mechanics. Oh, Jesus Christ. The armor mechanic.
What?
This game. Okay, let me preface this. I have dyscalculia. I am clinically bad at it. I have talked about this on this channel before. But the rest of my table doesn't have that. The rest of my table is engineers and autistic people and Will-awares, fellow YouTubers. Say hi.
I'm bad at math.
Hi, it's me.
Go check her out. And boy, did all of them hate the armor mechanics. In Daggerheart's beta, an attack against you could be reduced by your armor. So let's say that your armor has a value of 5, okay? I'm gonna use easy numbers for me and for you. The attack deals 15 points of damage. You can use one armor slot to reduce it by 5. That's the value of the armor, leaving it to 10 damage. Did that make sense? If it didn't, no worries. This is a judgment-free zone if I've ever seen one. What this means, basically, is that every time you get hit, you need to do math.
Yeah.
A lot. The example I gave sounds easy, right? It's 5 and 10 and 15. Yes, it's because I wrote it easy for me to say. Sometimes the game is not that easy. It's not about the math itself being really hard. It's about how many times it happens. It happens every time you hit. And then you have to choose stuff. Like, do I have to use 2 armor slots to get me to a lower threshold of HP? You don't need to understand that. You just need to understand that it led to a lot of slowing down of fights and a lot of math. A whole lot of math. I'm gonna be honest and say that my players really didn't like it. And once again, these are people that are scared of math. I am, but they are not. The GM doesn't have to deal with all that. But I remember sitting as a GM and watching my players do that amount of math and knowing, like, very strongly in my head that I wouldn't be able to play this game. Like, as a player, I wouldn't be able to do it because there's so much calculus involved. Or there was.
It's part of the tabletop RPG experience, though, right? Like, come on. It is part of the experience to use math, okay?
They changed it. They fixed it.
Your character also has the ability to negate some or all incoming damage by marking an available armor slot, reducing the severity of the damage by 1 threshold.
You know, it's really hard for YouTubers if you go ahead and fix the thing that they didn't like, so they have nothing to cry about. It's very rude and inconsiderate. What am I supposed to do? Just be positive on the internet? Once again, not sponsored. Okay, so after fighting a bunch of sinners, they got to the first temple to seal away the original sinners. I said that campaign frames would lay the first brick in what come to be the reason why this was one of the most emotional TTRPG experiences in my life. And this one right now, to me, is the second brick. If Mr. Critical and Mr. Roll, the couple that owns
Mr. Critical and Mr. Roll. Come on. It's Matthew Mercer and I don't know who else.
Critical Role came to me and asked me, how would you describe Daggerheart? I might say it's a drama first TTRPG. That sounds kind of bad, but it is. The game is divided in scenes, to the point where some abilities are set to refresh at the end of a scene, instead of like at the end of a short rest. I remember I had a hard time understanding this. Like, what is a scene? When does a scene end? Is it until the next rest? Is it until the end of combat? It was very nebulous to me until I thought about it like a movie or a TV show. This is theater kid design if I've ever seen one. Complimentary. It leads to you as a GM and to players to start thinking it as like you were making a show. And some scenes
That actually sounds cool.
just don't make sense to play out. Just like in a show, you don't show characters waking up, making breakfast, going to the bathroom, and cooking every single day. It's not an interesting scene because a scene is where something big happens or where characters talk and the relationship.
There's sometimes where the scenes actually add some flavor to the story or to the character. It gives a sense of how the character is personality wise. Like, yeah,
Develops. This ends up giving Daggerheart this cinematic feel to it that I really, really love by the end. All this sounds
yeah. I really want to try it because of those stuff.
very kumbaya and not enough Axe chocolate scented body spray for you. I can assure you, my scenes were very intense. How the game was structured is that once they got to the first temple, each floor of the temple was one of the sins, and one of the party members would be tried by a capital sin, the biggest sinner that embodies that sin, and they would be put through torture. This whole thing led to scenes like a scene where an amalgamation of every single fear of the fear that sinned cowardice chasing the party through the empty streets of a city, or
That sounds scary. What the fuck?
capital sinner putting the players in a sort of jury trial where they had to do a mix of lying and telling the truth to convince the jury.
Okay, that actually sounds fucking cool. That sounds so cool. What
Really
the fuck?
intense, and I really like the division in scenes for the different sins. It's really hard to be Hispanic and to be saying the word scenes and sin. So
Scenes. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah, I understand what you mean. What you mean, man.
but that does lead
I understand. I am also Hispanic. I understand the feeling, bro.
me to Daggerheart encounters of a different kind, combat kind, and I still have things to say about them. Daggerheart encounters are
Descubre Lay's all dress. Los mejores sabores de Lay's.
The
Solo
pedal
con
to
Lay's
the
all
floor
dress.
and accelerate. I really hate ads that you can't skip.
interesting for different reasons. On the one hand, they are great because they put a lot of effort in making all the non-combat encounters really, really solid mechanics. Like in this game, roleplay encounters have mechanics to really make them feel high stakes. You know what? Exploration mechanics, chase scenes are probably the best chase scenes I've ever ran in any TTRPG, and it's here in Daggerheart. Like the jury thing I just described, I ran that as a roleplay encounter, and it had solid mechanics. They used the timers mechanic that is all over the book, and it's probably my favorite Daggerheart mechanic along with campaign frames. They're similar to Blades in the Dark, but imagine if like you put that on steroids and it went really fast. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Interesting.
But oh boy, a negative is coming. Oh boy, it's almost here. It's ready. There it is. It's coming. Don't put that in. For all
Alright,
the
what's his negative?
amazing work for non-combat encounters that there is in this game, I had a very hard time challenging my players combat-wise. Now that I think about it, this is also a very D&D problem. They fixed the art, but for the longest time, this was also true of D&D. Why is that? I don't know, man. It just was. I had a very hard fight right at the beginning, tutorial style, and that was an encounter I plucked from one of the existing encounters in one of their modules. And I did that a bunch, but yet that was the only one other than the final boss where I was truly like, oh god, are they gonna make it? Like several times I had to pull out like master expert level GMing moves, like oops, I dropped all my minions on the battlefield and now you gotta fight them. Or oh no, the boss has unlocked its magical mystical attack. It does kill you damage. So all that is not great, and they changed it. So rude of them. The copy I have is from
Okay.
and it said literally on the copy that balancing is a progress. So I knew that this would change. I'm gonna find that.
Did it though? Did it? I want information.
They said it would change. I don't have the final copy of Daggerheart, so I can't tell you how they changed this. I guess we'll see. I'll just have to play the new one, which I will, because they changed armor in that one. Oh god. I guess this negative is also null and void. Drat. Those dastardly critical role kits fooled me once again. I'll get you next time. And your little dog, too. Okay, so we know what happened. Make religious countries seal the fallen angel, and that seal has to be renewed every 100 years or so. Penitents, which are people that have sinned, have to go where the fallen angel is and go through the first temple, confront their sins, and the original
I really love the drawings.
sinner to renew the seal for another 100 years or so. Yes, I was raised Catholic. How could you tell? So,
We are Hispanic, brother. We've all been raised Catholic. Okay.
what did it? What broke? I haven't told you yet. Well, all of this, campaign frames, cinematic focus design, mechanics to reinforce the setting, the narrative focus, all that made this sort of perfect storm to create the ending that, as I said, was the most dramatically fulfilling and like poignant end to a campaign that I've possibly ever run. So what happened? The players defeated the big bad, hooray, and then they
Nice.
learned the truth. The only way for them to renew the steel that is sealing away the original sin is for one of them to become a martyr. That's right. One of them has to die for the sins of the original sinner to create a new seal. But pointy hat!
Okay, that's okay, that's probably pretty hard decision
I hear you say,
right there.
you sound like this in my brain. You're a bad GM for twisting their arm like that. Well, disagree, first of all. But also, remember that little robot guy? The maybe with you unit, Winnie the Pooh guy? The little guy
The care up from Warhammer 40K.
that they made friends with throughout the whole adventure and took care of them and healed them? That guy, the church sends them along with penitents as a failsafe. If none of the penitents want to achieve martyrdom, the maybe with you unit will sacrifice itself to create a short. The maybe with you unit is pure. It's not a penitent because it doesn't have to sin. It was born yesterday. But its sacrifice can create a temporary seal that will hold the original sinner long enough for another batch of penitents to go through all that trouble, and hopefully one of them will become
Sounds like something from Warhammer as well.
martyr, and so on and so forth. So if they decide to not become a martyr, which is completely okay by the church, that means that the maybe with you unit will have to sacrifice it. Now, like any control freak, I mean, good GM, I had planned for 1,000 possible options. One of them was playing a nun that was very repentant, so I was pretty sure that that one would become a martyr. Also, I had planned for like, what if none of them would that be a good ending? I had literally written down speeches that I could say if none of them should sacrifice themselves to make it like a cathartic ending still. I really planned. I had planned for them to go against the church. I had planned for them to talk to the original sinner. I had
What
planned
did
for
they plan?
everything.
What did
Or
they
so
do?
I thought. Like every good TTRPG story, my players did something that I wasn't expecting. They started arguing not about who should do it, but who shouldn't do it. And then they all came to the same conclusion. I'm getting chills talking about it. They decided that all of them would become martyrs. They would all
What?
die to renew the seal
What?
longer than ever before, and to stand together as guardians of the original sin. They would not be conscious doing this, it's just their souls, but they would give up their lives to do this together. And so many of them had been mistreated by the country of the Holy Seal, and some of them weren't, but they had such different life experiences and plans for the future. And they gave it up. Now, this might not hit for some of you. I need you to understand that my gaming group, my home game, is not like, whoops, my character died, can't wait to try the new subclass. No. People take their blow.
Okay, yeah, I believe that some people crediting that campaign from the description alone, like, holy shit.
Very seriously. These people make fan art. These people write letters to other players in character. One player writes notes, like the campaign notes, in character. They make journals. These are like committed to their characters. They had talked about using these characters for future Daggerheart games. Last session, they talked about that. And they gave all that up right there to save their little robot friend and like millions of other people in the Holy Seal. And it was awesome. When I tell you there were
It was
tears,
beautiful.
I do
It
not cry easy. I'm not being macho.
That sounds beautiful. Like a beautiful ending to a campaign. Like I would genuinely cry playing that campaign. Like the way it played out. Oh crap. That sounds like extremely beautiful. I wanna play Daggerheart.
I'm not a crier. There were tears. And to me, I really felt like that was the heart of Daggerheart. I don't know where the dagger is. I haven't found that one yet. Probably the old armor mechanic. A dagger through my heart. A match. But it was that. That was the heart of the game. It was the whole campaign frames giving mechanical weight to the narrative. It was the division of gameplay moments and scenes that always advance the plot or dug into characterization and character motivation and conversation between characters. I think that it was all of those things that created an ambience where players decided to take the most narratively fulfilling choice, regardless of their personal, because their personal feelings is that would be the most narratively fulfilling choice. So they went for that. So yeah, that's what happened. And as I said, I'm not ashamed to say that there were tears there. It was once again one of the most fulfilling, emotional, poignant endings to any campaign ever. I was devastated.
You know what? I believe him. I believe him. Because some campaigns can do that.
Week later, and I haven't DM'd since. So I guess that's a very weird ringing endorsement, and it stopped me from GMing. It did.
Bruh.
I'm recuperating. So, should you play Dagger? Rather than tell you yes or no, I'm gonna tell you what sort of person I think would enjoy Daggerheart the most. And if this is you, then it's a yes. If you want moments from your games to stick to your players' minds, like moments from TV shows and movies and games, if you're the type to get so much into your character that you end up making like fan art and creative writing around them, fan art is weird because it's your character, you get what I mean? Or if you're the type of GM that enjoys narrative but doesn't want it to just be narrative, you want it to affect game design and affect the feel of the game, then yes, I think you should play Dagger. Because I'm that type, and I had a good time. But this is a whole lot of me talking about the GM experience. What about the player experience? What about making a character?
Yeah, what about, actually playing the thing? I did a whole video about that. I made a Dagger character in it and talked about the character building process.
Oh. Nice book.
Oh,
Nice
this?
book.
Yeah, it looks amazing. They sent me the cards too.
Yeah, mine too. It's just out of frame
He didn't get it.
right now. Anyway, go check out Ginny's video. Link below.
Have you told them the thing we're doing?
Oh,
What
right.
are they
Have
doing?
you ever wanted to see me make an ass? I mean, play D&D? Well, I'll be doing that at Gen Con. That's right, an actual live play in the main stage. Oh God, why did I say yes to that? With Ginny, Angeli Bimani, yes, really, Omar of Dimension 20 fame, Dungeon Dad, Jay Foster from Soul Initiative, we're all
sounds
doing a
cool.
live play. Go grab tickets. They're selling out really fast. And have like 4 panels, most of them with your favorite YouTubers. Not it's insane. Most
Okay, I think that's how the video ends. Anyways, the video, I really enjoyed it. It's pretty good. I really wanna try Daggerheart now. I really wanna try Daggerheart. It's pretty damn good. Final thoughts on the video. Good point he had. I'm now 100% interested in this game. All right, let's watch something else now. Pretty good video, by the way. Yeah. What should we watch? Do 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 do. Man, I wanna play Deltarune. Yes, a bunch of spoilers, and I wanna play it. I wanna play it, man. I don't wanna watch spoilers. Can we name every Pokemon? I don't know. Can you? Hmm. Your DNDP is too big. Uh, hmm. Let me rate you post a new video. I'm really interested in watching a video from her. Falling into the love and deep space hole. I didn't watch this. I thought this was an old video. Alright, let's watch Richu's video then. Oh my god. Come on. Oh my god, so many ads. On.
Every year,
Okay, this is Emirate Falling and Deep Space Hole. Watch this.
seems to be a game that I end up super addicted to, consuming my every waking thought and occasionally ruining my sleep schedule in the process. In 2023,
yeah.
it was Valley, and later in the year, it was Baldur's Gate 3. In 2024, it was Divinity Original Sin and Slay the Spire. And now,
I wanna play Divinity Original Sin as well. Holy crap, there's a lot of games I wanna try. Actually, maybe I can stream Divinity Original Sin one of these days. But I'll probably stream it when I get it. Yeah.
Year 2025, the latest hole I've fallen headfirst into is Love and Deep Space, which was honestly really unexpected for me. And if you've been following me on literally any platform, this is not news to you, because I will not shut up about this game. And firstly, I have to say, this video is not sponsored. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you why you should play this game, okay? I'm here to tell you how I ended up here. Take this video as a cautionary tale, or better yet, a cry for help. And for the sake of saving time in this
Oh no.
video, I'm going to assume if you clicked on this video that you are either also deep in the Love and Deep Space hole, or you're at least somewhat familiar with the concept and have seen it
I've already seen some stuff from this game. I'm not really interested in it, but let's see what Emirichu has to say.
around somewhere. I'm betting the other half of my audience looked at the title and said,
Let's see
yeah,
it
I'm
out.
not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Sorry, Emily. I'm gonna admit it. I once thought the same. I used to think the ads for this game were super cringe. I have no idea if they've gotten better since then, but last year, these did not make me want to play the game. And truthfully, I never really thought of myself as an ultimate game enjoyer. Years ago, I tried playing Star-Crossed Myth, didn't like it. I never hopped on the Mystic Messenger train back when it exploded, and at some point, I tried playing Tears of Themis, but quickly realized it wasn't for me, and I ended up dropping it. So this is kind of new territory for me. So then, why are we here? Part 1, The Bait, aka the first sponsor. As some of you know, earlier this year, Didus and I were approached by Infold to do a sponsored video for Love and Deep Space over on the Spilled Ink channel, where we'd draw their newest love interest, Caleb. I'd worked with Infold before, and I figured we'd draw track.
Okay, so that's from. Okay, she got into the game thanks to that sponsor on the on one of on her and her boyfriend's channel. Got it.
Men for a video, I can get paid for it, and then we can go our separate ways and carry on with our lives as usual. She thought to herself, like a fool. So I logged in daily and got myself acquainted with the game for like a week or so. You know, for research. When I first started playing Love and Deep Space, I was overwhelmed with the amount of lore that this game had. Like at first glance, you might assume it's just sexy boy toy simulator like I initially did, but there is a lot of information you have to take in, and there is a lot of reading. So if you don't like reading, this game is probably not for you, because a lot of the appeal is in the story and character lore. And again, for the sake of time, I'm not going to explain every aspect of the lore and gameplay, because if I have to go into detail about the Deep Space Tunnel and Evols and Protocores and Onyxus and the Evergroup and everyone's past lives and Protofields and Ether Cores, I'm going to actually lose my...
What the fuck mean past lives?
All you need to know for this video is that you are the titular main character who I will be referring to as MC. You have a special heart that allows you to be reincarnated over and over again, and thus there are 5 attractive men who are connected to some version of you that once existed in the past or future, and meet you again in the current main timeline. And they also all want you desperately. You know, standard Ultimate Game stuff. So I do my week of gameplay, we finish recording our sponsored video, go home and sleep, and the next day, Didus hears from the living room.
What? That is judging her. Judging her in silence.
You know her sponsor's done, right? You're not required to keep playing the game.
Oh, yeah, I know, but there's a few days left in the current banner, so I figured I'd grind some more diamonds and see if I can pull some more memories. After that's done, I'm gonna stop playing.
Oh, okay. Have fun.
It's been, what, 4 months since we took that sponsor? Yep, I'm still here. Number 2, The Hook,
Bruh.
aka the love interest that stole my heart. This is an ultimate game, which means there's a whole cast of hot guys with varying personalities for you to choose from. So here are our eligible bachelors. Bachelor number 1 is Raphael, with a face card solely.
Why that name?
Ethel, he is the game's designated poster boy. He's a talented artist with a playful bratty side, and while he initially hires you to be his bodyguard, could also be the muse he's been waiting for.
It's way too gay. I'm sorry.
For a lifetime. Bachelor number 2 is Zane. This serious, soft-spoken surgeon has a
He also looks gay.
cold and professional demeanor. Once he was your childhood friend, but is now your super hot primary care physician. He knows the ins and outs of your heart medically, but will you let him into your heart on a deeper level? Bachelor number 3 is Xavier.
They all look gay.
Final Fantasy coded pretty boy is a man of mystery, complete with his very own masked alter ego. He's your extremely skilled battle babe colleague and your upstairs neighbor. And although he can't cook for shit, there is no better person to cuddle with on a sleepy, rainy day. Bachelor number 4 is Silas, the leader of the largest crime syndicate.
He's a short-haired Sephiroth. Hold on. Hold on. He's a short-haired Sephiroth. Them. They're the same fucking character. They look the same. This guy has red eyes and this guy has blue eyes. Also, freaking love Sephiroth in Smash Bros. I love his character. I love playing as him. Anyways, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go charge my phone real quick. Be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Be right back. Be back. I have returned. I am back. Sorry I took long. Ba 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 bum 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 bum. Oh, there's someone watching. There is somebody watching. Ba 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 bum. Hello. Sorry I'm late. Um, well, I'm not late. I had to like do a be right back because I went to do something real quick. I got myself some ginger ale, and we're reacting to one of Americhu's videos. So yeah, let's keep watching.
Most dangerous part of town, he strikes fear in the hearts
I'll be honest, that guy does look hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Of those who know of his power and influence. And while he may come dressed as an intimidating walking red flag, he would love nothing more than to be your sweet and tender lover boy in every timeline. And the most recent addition to the Bachelor lineup is Caleb, who is
K-pop singer number 2151, I think.
so arguably the most controversial love interest because he is severely mentally unwell and
Oh, he's a bad guy.
technically your adopted brother.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, pause. I see your face. Let me explain.
Oh no, this is a Emmy, don't, 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 Emmy. Come on, explain yourself. Explain yourself. I now want a valid reason.
In all other languages except English, Caleb is MC's not blood-related adopted brother. This is not my interpretation. This
So, stepbrother. It's still fucked up.
is literally how it's written. As a child, because of her special heart, MC was subjected to illegal human experimentation at a research lab where she met Caleb, a fellow test subject. So for as long as either of them could remember, these two were extremely codependent, traumatized orphans. Eventually, they were both taken in by Josephine, a researcher who actually helped facilitate the same experiments done
Man, that sounds okay.
to them, but has seemingly abandoned that cause in favor of letting them live a normal life. And she takes on the role of their adoptive grandma, and thus they grow up together under her care. And so, MC will frequently refer to Caleb by one of these honorifics depending on the language.
Oppa in Korean, Nisan in Japanese, CN? I don't understand what that means. Gege. And in English is Caleb. I mean, and Nissan, I understand what they mean, but Gege, I don't remember I don't know what that means. I don't know what. Oh, Chinese. Chinese. I mean, this is a Korean game, so I believe the real term is Oppa.
To play.
Si casi no percibes el olor de tu aromatizante eléctrico, ¿qué aroma perciben
Come
tus
on.
invitados? Prueba el aroma.
So it's basically on our.
I'm going to use Opa as an example just because that's the one that I'm most familiar with personally. So, from my understanding, a lot of the romantic conflict for Caleb is that he has grown up playing the familial role of Opa or Big Brother out of survival, comfort, and safety. But since he's never really viewed MC as just a sibling, and now that their adoptive status has since been terminated, he wants to cross that line and stop hiding his feelings from her. MC used to calling him Opa
That sounds way more canon than the other characters.
/ familial. He just also really wants to be Opa / romantic. Now here's where I think things get complicated.
But it's
There
weird.
is no English
It's still
equivalent for
weird.
these honorifics. And additionally, the whole stepbrother, adopted brother thing is a way more common romance trope in Asian media in general, and much weirder for Western audiences. So in the English localization of the game, MC is instead like
Caleb, my close childhood friend, who I grew up with under the same roof, under the same guardian.
Sure.
that just sounds like a more roundabout way of saying your adopted brother.
He's my close childhood friend.
Okay, damn. Now,
Oh, that's fucked up.
I totally understand why this dynamic would kick some people out, and I get why the English localization removed any mention
It's
of
sort of a cultural thing. I have, from what I understand, it's more cultural than anything. Because here in the West, we see it as really fucked up, depending on who you're asking. Because I know some weird people will say, "Oh, but they're not." It is fucking weird, man. It's still fucking weird. But that's how we perceive it. Outside on other places, I believe culturally it's not as weird, from what I understand. At least on some parts of the world.
of an adopted relationship and made him a childhood friend instead. But as a result, it causes a lot of confusion and arguing in fandom discussions surrounding Caleb. The closest comparison to this that I can think of is Eren and Mikasa from Attack on Titan. Some players are more comfortable with
Okay.
the English localized version of his and MC's relationship, which I think is fair. This is a single-player ultimate game, and you should feel free to engage with the story in a way that's most comfortable to you. Whichever version you choose to accept as canon, what remains unchanged is the fact that MC and Caleb grew up together and are bonded through a shared trauma and the intense fear of losing each other again.
Did he lose an arm?
And I do think that complexity adds that extra layer of depth, learning, and angst that this game is chock full of. Caleb is a tragic, doomed mess in every sense of the word, and that's why he's the love interest that drew me into the game the hardest. I really like the duality of feeling so comfortable because of his pre-established closeness with MC, and simultaneously being extremely uncomfortable because of how much he's changed from his dependable golden boy persona, and how he and her keep tiptoeing around this unspoken line that they're both scared to cross. He's stuck in a catch-22 situation where he wants to break away from the role he's felt he's had to play in her life since they were kids, while at the same time desperately clinging on to those same memories because it's that very same role that kept her so close to him all this time, and he's scared it's the only version of himself that
Why is it so high quality?
MC in her life. And these memories are literally the only thing allowing him to hold on to whatever shred of humanity he has left in him, because he has a literal chip in his brain that's trying to alter his emotions and memories, and I'm so normal about this character, I promise.
Girl, you're obsessed with him.
As polarizing of a character as he is, I find the complicated nature of Caleb's romantic conflict with MC, combined with his occasional unpredictable yandere-esque tendencies, to be honestly kind of fun to read and play through. A lot of people hate that about him, and that is fine. There's a reason why there's 4 other love interests to choose from. Listen, I'm not here to play comfy green flag boyfriend simulator, okay? I'm here for the morally gray angst and the mess.
Okay, kills people. In another timeline, kills people. Crime Lord kills people. Where do I even begin with this guy? Also kills people. They are all murderers? What the fuck?
And in full delivered. The way I feel about Caleb mirrors the way I feel
Crime Boss, I understand, but what the other ones? What sort of setting are we on?
Brought Astarion back when I was really into Baldur's Gate 3, and they are 2 very different characters. But Astarion is also a deeply flawed character, being manipulative, self-centered, callous, and paranoid.
He's a vampire. What did you expect?
But he's also incredibly well-written and voiced, with a story arc so compelling I couldn't stop myself from romancing him in every playthrough I started. Caleb is extremely manipulative.
I wanna play Baldur's Gate. Mostly because of Arlek. Yeah, but mostly because of this character. Come on, man. Look at her. Look at her. Yeah, she's my reason I wanna play Baldur's Gate 3. Like, just look at her. Fucking beautiful. Anyways, but yeah. She wants to romance an elf vampire. I wanna romance a muscle tiefling.
Calculating and possessive. And by all accounts, including his own, this man is not right in the head and likely never has been. But I think he's also incredibly well-written and voiced. Also, he's hot. They're hot, okay? We were all thinking it. And to answer the frequently asked, how does Didas feel about you playing this game? Okay, first of all,
It's a fucking game plus. It's Titus. Come on, man. Y'all know Titus.
do you really think for a second that my boyfriend would feel threatened by a fictional character? This is a man who very secure in his position of IRL boyfriend. Never mind the fact that these characters and their stories are so far removed from reality, they were never perceived as a threat to begin with. Now, obviously, if I were spending all of my available funds...
Honey, your rent hasn't been paid this month. Please. Go away as her boyfriend. I'm pulling for keeps you better.
On this game and actually neglecting him and our relationship in favor of this fictional character, yes, that would be a problem. Just as it would be if it were reversed. But that's not at all what's happening here. So
Yeah,
do not
no.
worry.
Yeah, as long as she's responsible about the money, Titus is not gonna have a problem.
Titus is #1 in my heart, and I didn't think that had to be clarified. He didn't give a shit when I was romancing a vampire elf rogue in desperate need of therapy, and I assure you, he does not give a shit that I'm romancing a gravity-manipulating space colonel with a bionic arm who is also in desperate need of therapy.
Space. Space.
These characters aren't real. I know I'm super focusing on Caleb in particular because he's my main, but all of the love interests have these beautifully written and complex stories. Which brings me to my next point. Number 3, reeling me in, the secret sauce. The one word
What
that
is
I
the
think
secret sauce?
describes the secret sauce that hooks me and so many other players is tension. There is so much tension, and a lot of it is rooted in, surprise, tragedy. It is nicknamed Love and Depression for a reason. In the main story, all of the love interests have reasons for creating distance between themselves and MC, which felt really jarring to me when I first got into the game and didn't know anything about these characters, and just assumed they were going to be fighting for my attention from minute one. I remember thinking, why is Zayn so awkward if we're supposedly childhood friends? Why does Raphael act super familiar one second and then the next? Why does it feel like Xavier's avoiding me? Why did Silas make me shoot him the first time we met?
Because Silas is a bad guy.
Why is Caleb so cold and suffocating now that we're reunited? Also, why am I kind of into it? And as I slowly played through the story, I learned more about both MC and all of these guys she's literally cosmically bound to. It recontextualized all of those first awkward meetings I witnessed when I was fresh to the game.
Why Silas so? I admit, yeah.
And because there's so much tension, all of the memory cards where that distance is closed, either through sweet, tender moments of longing or otherwise,
Okay.
it feels like crack. For me, anyway, I really like the tension. It's probably why I like Caleb so much, because all of his cards are just an Olympic what are we tug-of-war match between him and MC. The love and deep space curiosity to emotional investment pipeline essentially goes like this.
Un hombre tiene que sobrecompensar. Old Spice.
Stop it, Old Spice. I don't care. I already have my own freaking deodorant. Stop.
Ooh, look, sexy fictional man you like? Oh, I like sexy fictional man. Ooh, shiny. Oh my god, what? That's so sad. Why would you do that? I'm just kidding. Look. Ooh, sexy Valentine's Day banner. Ooh, you like? Okay, yeah. I like sexy banner. Yay.
But
Got you again, dumbass. Hey, guess what? If you get the bad ending of this card, he dies. Happy Valentine's Day. Please. I just want them to be happy. Why are you doing this? Getting serious for a second. Side note. Love and Deep Space is a gacha game, and just like with all the other gacha games that's hot on the market right now, it is designed to make you want to spend money on memory cards and outfits. And they're damn good at it. So
yeah, that's what gacha games are for.
you should really only play
But I don't really pay for gacha, anyways.
if you're an adult and can be responsible with these kinds of games. And on that note, this might be a controversial opinion, but it's for that reason that I think it's a little unfair when people in the fan space get lambasted for not being familiar with everyone's lore, because unfortunately, a lot of the characters' personal lore is locked behind a gacha system that's only available during limited runs and reruns. And realistically, you're not going to pull for every banner, especially if you're
Honest, I really wanted to pull Venti. When he was starting, still when he was starting, I really wanted to pull Venti, but I don't can you still Venti? On standard band, yeah, can you? That's a good question. Can you? Why is it still loading? What the hell? Wait. Is it because I'm installing Baldur's Gate? No, it's Crusader Kings. Is it because I am downloading Crusader Kings? Is it? Come on. Okay. Let's play the video.
Free play and depending on the very limited resources you can get from doing dailies. The only reason why I know even half of what I know as a newer player is because of friends who mainly have characters and love to talk about their lore. But if you're playing 11 Deep Space casually and going based off just the main story, there's a lot of information you miss out on. Like, for example, if you started playing during Spring Flower Banner and pulled for Silas Valley Dream Bloom cards, you probably wouldn't know that so much of that memory card directly parallels the myth story. Because how would you? Of course, I think it's important to read what is freely available to you in the story, and I'm not saying the story is negligible. It's like 90% of the game, so I can't imagine it being a very fun experience if you're ignoring everything. But I don't think it should be a requirement to have to do additional outside homework to enjoy this game. I mean, unless you really want to. Admittedly, it does help a lot, because sometimes it gets really confusing trying to figure out where all the memory cards fall in the timeline. I'm just saying, if you want to focus on one guy's story and nobody else's, who cares? They certainly don't care. They're not real. Part of the enjoyment I get from this game is from fantasy.
I have to agree.
Headcanons, and hearing my friends bitch about their favorite characters. I don't give a shit if user 5784 never pulls or reads any of Caleb's cards and thinks he's a huge creep. It doesn't affect my gameplay or personal enjoyment. And the funny thing is, I've been spending more money on the outside experiences this game has brought me and things that remind me of it than the actual banners and pulls in the game. You want to know how deep in the hole I am right now? Alright, brace yourselves.
How?
I bought fruit-themed jewelry, and it wasn't strawberries. I know. I don't even know myself anymore. They were apples. I bought apple earrings because they reminded me of Caleb. And I would have stopped myself had it not been for my friends gleefully enabling my descent into madness. Which brings me to my final point of why I'm stuck in the hole. Number 4, creative and social appeal. Ever since I got into this game, the little hamster wheel in my head has been working overtime. It started with little child trio headcanon fan comics, and then a Caleb MC high school headcanon fan comic.
Has she been loading?
It's a snowball into fan art of all the love interests in a high school alternate universe where they all represent different shoujo manga tropes. I usually hate drawing guys, and suddenly, the only thing I was interested in drawing were these beautiful fictional guys. And aside from how much fun I was having creatively, the nicest part about it was how supportive my viewers were about the onslaught of fan art.
She has uploaded them on Instagram.
Even if they weren't into the game. It made me so happy whenever I saw a comment that was something along the lines of, I don't play the game and don't plan to, but I love seeing how happy you are making art about it. It just made me feel less embarrassed about posting art, and I can't express enough just how grateful I am for everyone who's so kind about it.
Sounds like something I would say.
I've even made some new art visuals through all the fan art I've been drawing and consuming. And of course, I'm not alone in this hole. It's been so much fun watching my IRL friends get dragged into the hole with me, and using this game as a bridge to form new friendships. Girls who I once knew only on a professional level were now the same girls I was planning Oshikatsu events with. I had a friend who hit me up just if I wanted to go to Shibuya to look at a 15-second Silas birthday billboard. And I was like, hell yeah, why not? And afterwards, we spent hours at an izakaya just chatting and having a good time. Even when we're planning extravagant birthday picnics or bringing our plushies along, flower-themed afternoon tea, or excitedly yapping about lore over a plate of cheap bar food, at a certain point, it stops being about these tragic, hot, pixelated men and more about making fun, genuine memories of the girls in my life. And that's a part of fandom culture I love the most. And to be honest, if it weren't for these girls keeping the excitement alive with me, I wouldn't be nearly as invested in the game as I currently am. And if after watching this whole video, you're still thinking to yourself, wow, this is really cringe and sad, then you know what? Fine. But I'm out here.
Come on, we are all somehow cringy in a way, okay? We all have our cringe interests. I am looking at myself saying that. Yeah.
Having the time of my life with girls who can share the excitement and joy with me. And
I'll be right. Quick. Oh, I thought I muted myself. Anyways, I'm back.
How sad could that possibly be? I know that there will come a day when my interest in this game will fizzle out and I'll stop logging in, just as I have for all the other games I've gotten obsessed with in the past. But until that day comes, I'll make a good use of the time by finding joy in it creatively, socially, and emotionally. And I hope you allow yourself to shamelessly indulge in the silly little things that make you happy. Thanks so much for watching.
Good video. Good video. That was good from Emmy. Uh, yeah. Oh, I'm not subscribed to her in this account. Holy crap, I forgot. But yeah, this video, nice video, 10, pretty good. I'm not interested in the game yet. Yeah. What? What? Okay, this is Power Extra official Heights of Terraria animated update. Okay, let's watch this. Is this an update for Terraria or for good video, cute. Wow. Hey, pretty interesting. Wait, is this from is this Terraria up or Power World update? Oh, it's for Power World. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I might get back into Power World then. Excuse me. No, that's not pretty sure. I'm interested. Anyways, hmm. Should we react to something else? Things that bring me joy. Ice cream sandwich. I'm not watching that now. It didn't live up to the hype. What did it? Okay, let's just quick.
Once again, we have a film debuting with more glaze than a donut with a Rotten Tomatoes score.
Okay, this is from Pen Zero, Moist Critical. It didn't live up high. I don't know what he's talking about.
That breaks the charts and sets
Wait, How to Train Your Dragon live action movie?
the new franchise all-time high, with 28 years later coming in at like 95 or 96%, something like that. And I'm just going to tell you right now, sports fans, I don't think that score makes a whole lot of sense for this film. I don't think it lives up to that level of hype. But we're in this era now where anytime something good comes out, it seems like everyone has to push it to be like the highest rated thing.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I just yapped about this with Predator Killer of Killers, which also had the all-time high for its franchise, even though I think it is not the best franchise, certainly not in like the deep 90s, almost perfect film.
What are you talking
about? It was a good movie. I liked it. Had plenty of flaws. I feel the same way about 28 years later. Good movie. I liked it. Plenty of flaws. Let's just dive right in here. Time to get into the fucking spaghetti and the meatballs. I don't know if it's a hot take because I don't really know how people are going to respond to the film because it does seem like here that is meant for critics to enjoy and like kind of pick apart in terms of like its editing. It's really fast-paced, very abstract editing and like symbolism.
Get to the point.
Very deeply weaved into a lot of its
Come on, Critical, get to the point.
and I don't know how that's going to land with a lot of audiences because a lot of times the things that they set up there, like those little building blocks, they never actually finish constructing anything out of it. So they'll just show you like an abstract scene and not have that build to anything or actually have any like emotional tie-in to anything. It was just kind of like a odd, peculiar moment for the sake of it. It feels like best example without getting into spoilers. I'm gonna get spoilers in a little bit. Without getting into spoilers, there's like this.
I don't know what he's talking about. "28 years later?" Oh, that's the movie? Oh, it's the zombie movie. Oh, it's the movie. Oh, I don't want spoilers. I know he's gonna get into spoilers, so I want to of the video, so I'm gonna skip it. I'm gonna skip this video. Alright, let's get to... Oh, Puffin Forest actually revealed this? Let's Puffin Forest. Okay. I need to subscribe.
Noches de cine épica, deportivos emocionantes.
Okay, my thoughts on Fabula Ultimate Tabletop RPG. Tabletop RPG from Puffin Forest.
Hello there, everyone. It's Ben again. Recently, I've been going back to school, so whenever I have time, I crawl out of my rock. I've been looking together to make a video or two. I actually haven't been playing that many RPGs recently. I just haven't had the time. I've actually been playing a lot of Commander, like way too much. After I'd finished up the Star Wars game, I kind of swore off using canon characters or plot lines in my games. It kind of sucks having all these plot relevant people running around. My recent fix has been on Fabula Ultima, which is a JRPG RPG. I've been kind of on a JRPG kick, going through all the old Final Fantasies and Persona again. So, what is Fabula Ultima? Well, it's an RPG that is also trying to emulate that sort of traditional JRPG feel, if you will, with a few exceptions. We'll get into those. One of the problems that I've had is kind of looking at anime RPG content is that I'm kind of not really looking for anime content per se. Like the anime content is so different that it's kind of hard to make a game that's able to cover everything. Like you've got some hard science down to earth, and then on the other end you have stuff like One Piece. I know that the game Besem works, Big Eyes, Small Mouth, and to try and cover that. But it seems like it's a bit too much like GURPS for my taste. But eventually, that's how I found my way over to the game Fabula Ultima, which once again is a take on the JRPG genre. So, a few interesting quirks about the game and how it works. Number one is that all of the characters must multi-class. All the characters start out at 5th level, and you pick at least 2 classes to mesh together. Whenever you level up, you pick a class and get an ability from that class. You can even put additional levels into that specific skill to specialize in it. Another weird quirk is how rolling works. There's only 4 base stats in those skills. The 4 base stats are Might, X, Insight, and Willpower.
Alright, I actually did talk about this with my Thursday GM. He actually mentioned that there is multi-classing required for this game, so yeah.
Where Willpower is kind of like your charisma and wisdom, whereas Insight is more used for knowledge and inciting people, I guess you'd say. Each one is tied to a die. The weird quirk is that every roll that you make uses 2 stats. Sometimes it's the same one twice. Some examples that I have are picking up a boulder is might, but throwing the boulder is might dex. A rogue picking a lock might be insight dexterity, while balancing on a beam could be dex, while asking around to investigate could be insight plus willpower, while just flirting might be willpower. I find it actually kind of a pretty clever solution because there's a lot of stuff in other RPGs that comes up like, well, is climbing strength, is a dex, and it's like, just roll them together. So that's how they're able to get the 16 different rolls from just the 4 base dice.
Okay.
So combat. There's no movement. It just assumes that if you are in the same scene with the characters, you can interact with them.
So basically, Final Fantasy.
Only get one action per turn,
or any type of Japanese
RPG.
RPG.
It also uses clocks, which are pretty cool in combat, where you have some mechanic or thing that's ticking up, and the players need to commit actions to deal with it. And these particular clocks can be used for a variety of different things, like trying to persuade characters out of fighting them, stopping a fire, rescuing civilians, and so on. I also found myself really enjoying the team-based initiative system, where you have the player team and then the enemy team. It doesn't matter in what order, and players can mix and match and kind of strategize. I like that. The thing that I like about it that is going to be very blasphemous, but this is how I feel, is that it pays homage to JRPGs without being too referential. I'll give you a few examples. First thing that might surprise people is that your stats never go up as you level up. Which at first I was like, well, that's not in the genre, but I really like it because from my perspective, I get to keep the math tight, and I don't have to keep adjusting for everything. Your HP goes up at about 1 hit point per level, which is it's fine for me. I'm not the biggest fan of HP bloat in some other games. The other weird thing is with items. Your characters have access to these things called inventory points, and you burn them to gain access to certain items. Like, for example, if someone needed a potion or a screwdriver, some kind of mundane item, they could just burn some inventory points and they pull it out of their bag. Or, like, for example, let's say your character wanted to be like chloroform, and the other players are like,
why?
Wait a second, you can't just pull out chloroform from your bag. And the GM goes, it does seem like it's in the rules since they allow you to pull out potions and whatnot. And what is chloroform except the opposite of a remedy? It'll cost you 3 inventory points, and they're like, well, that's not even how chloroform works. You can't just cover it in a rag and use it on someone's mouth like that in the movies. And then the player goes, hey Ben, can I pull out a vial of some substance that I have invented and refer to it in this world as chloroform, which works exactly as it does in the movies and has no relevance to our real world chloroform?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. The thing that I realized now playing Fallout New Vegas and Baldur's Gate 3 is that video games are really good at handling the minutia of bonuses and resource management. I think that it can be burdensome.
I like how his drawings are very simple, but you still get what's going on.
Sometimes in tabletop games, so I'm glad they don't have a major focus on it. The interesting thing is that the game is very light, and I think it's trying to appeal more to the younger kids and be more approachable. But the flip side of that is that if you were playing and you have a group that prefer frontier systems, they may not enjoy it as much. Now, there are a few other interesting quirks that came up in the game. The first one had to do with Fabula points. What are Fabula points? Well, there are these points that are to reroll dice and give yourself a bonus. The thing is, they're only supposed to be used for character moments like, I missed my attack roll on the apple pie monster. However,
apple pie monster.
I come from a long line of bakery chefs, and my home training in cleaving apple pies means that I get to reroll the attack on the monster. Thing is, while they're only supposed to be used for character moments, it does put the onus on the players to use them in narrative ways. Another weird aspect of it is that they don't have player races. If you pick a race, it is entirely cosmetic. I think they did it for practical reasons because the problem is that a lot of JRPGs have custom races that are tied to that specific IP. And it's kind of hard to have a consistent set of races that would apply to many different ones in the sphere.
Okay.
I do kind of like it. I also know that Anima Beyond Fantasy, also tried to. It was another JRPG, and they.
Okay. Anima Beyond Fantasy. Anima Beyond Fantasy. Okay, let's search for it. I'm now interested because of the art. Oh my god. Looks amazing. What the hell is this? Hey yo, this looks sick. Alright, thank you for referring to this real quick. I am interested in playing this.
Tried this with their own races where they had like the Nephilim, the Dajani, the Ebudan, and the Daima. And even though they have the custom races, it does give anima a unique identity, which sometimes you want that and sometimes you don't. But anyway, back to Fabula Ultima. I don't know how long I'm going to be playing this game, but maybe just for the summer. I don't see myself running multiple campaigns in it. But if you think it sounds interesting, why don't you check it out? Because it's pretty cool, and I've had quite a bit of fun with it. The players have had mixed feelings about it. They like it, but sometimes it's like it's a little bit too simple. All right. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day. All right. Bye bye.
Alright. Pretty good. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah. We've already been streaming for an hour and 31 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna do some ARC streams later next week, and I'm also gonna be playing Crusader Kings as well. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. I'll see you guys next week. See you guys later.